Hello, it's Paul here from the UK. It's been a fabulous bank holiday weekend. It's the Monday today, so back to work tomorrow, but I just wanted to make this quick video for two sectors. One is the people that are viewing my website to see what business that I'm in that they can get involved in, and the second part of the video really is for people that have joined me recently and want to know a little bit more about how I make it work, and it's obviously going to work for you too. So I'm speaking to you from home here at the moment. We're fortunate enough to live in the woods in East Northamptonshire. We think it's a fabulous place. We've actually just been out on a bike ride for a couple of hours. It tells on your legs, so we need to get a little bit fitter. But this is something that we moved into this house about nearly a year ago now, or June of last year, and we feel it's a fabulous place. We love it here because it's lovely and quiet, and we see more deer and muntjacs and things like that here than we do people, so it's a lovely place to live, and for me it's going to be a lovely place to work from. At the moment I have a job. I work for an electrical company, and I decided to do that about just over a year ago because I had a stressful job at the time, and it was involved in sales and a lot of pressure involved. It offered a good salary and a company car, but sometimes you need a little bit more than that. So I decided that I wanted to work for myself again, and to do that I've really got to give myself some time. I've got to find a program that's going to work for me, that will allow me to work from home again. So I changed that job and found a job in an electrical company. It's a great place to work for. There's only 4 of us there, and my boss is great, and it's just a nice atmosphere. But as good as it is and nice it is, it pays the bills and does a few things, but it doesn't give me my time freedom. So that really got me on the path to looking for something that I could do that would pay me for my time, because there are a lot of things on the market, as you know, on the internet, where you can spend a lot of time every evening and not really make any money. I mean, for instance, I advertise on Facebook myself, but I see a lot of people on Facebook promoting various companies and services, and I don't even see them making $100 a month, which to me is it's something they want to do, but I really don't see the point. You've got to find something that's going to work for you and it's going to pay. So I came across a business called Copy and Paste Ads, and it really is what it says. It's to do with copying some adverts, pasting them into a group or a platform, and posting. It's really simple. An 8-year-old could do that, and I've only been doing it a short while now, but in the first 3 months I was persistent and consistent, and I did my adverts every night. I basically, when I get home, first thing I do is I sit here where one of our little cats is sitting there now, sit there and have a cup of tea or a coffee and listen to the birds, watch the deer, and just think about what I plan to do. And then later in the evening I'll spend at least a couple of hours a night posting adverts and working on myself. I listen to obviously business tapes that are going to help me move forward. So there's another part of working for yourself as well as just the actual actions of posting adverts. That's not all we do. For me personally, I just want to obviously grow and find better places to advertise and to keep my motivation up, because it's not just like a part-time job where you go and work behind the bar, serve a few drinks like that. You want it to work properly for you, so that's how I've made it work in my view anyway. And I wanted to look behind the company and see who's involved in it. It's a gentleman called John Valley started the company some time ago now, and it's quite nice and refreshing. I actually get a chance to speak to John quite often on instant message on Facebook. We do chat, and he's had some struggles in the past, the same as I have, but he's a real person, and that's one of the reasons I wanted to make this video, that you can see that if you're going to work with me, I'm a real person. If you ask for help, you know, you're going to get it, and there's several things that we can do together to make things work for you too. But John sort of said, well, I wanted to put a business together where once people bought it once and we only pay once for this business, it's yours and it's always yours. So if you work it, if you spend some time on it, you're going to get paid. And what we get paid is $100 as a minimum. We make instant, unlimited $100 payments. So for us in the UK here, that works out at £76 a time, which is quite nice. So if you're going to spend your time in the evening promoting something, it may as well be something that you're going to get paid a reasonable amount of money for. And it doesn't take much. If you get your mobile phone out and just get your calculator out, if you did 2 of those a day, if you enroll 2 new members a day, and there's millions and millions of people out there just like you and I, who want something better, who want a home-based business that's going to pay them a reasonable amount of money. So enroll 2 people a day. That's what my plan is to get to. That comes out at $6,000 a month, and for us in the UK that's just under £5,000. We're working from home part-time, as I will continue to do so later this year. You know, it'd be nice to work part-time. My goal is actually to work 4 days a week and finish by 4 in the afternoon. It will be days, and have every evening and every weekend off again, and that'll actually attract more people. But It's got me some results because I am persistent and consistent. And I think if you're going to be successful in business, it can't be an occasional thing. There's no point joining something and saying, well, I'll do that, maybe Tuesday, maybe Sunday. It's something, if you're going to do it and put some effort into it, it needs to be done every single day, even if it's just for an hour. But you can get some good benefits out of that. I've actually received, quite a lot of $100 payments, which is quite nice. And if you go into our Facebook private group, once you become a member and just look in there, you'll see it's awash with people with receiving payments, $100, $200, $300 payments, sometimes more. And so the business obviously works, and that's really what I wanted to focus on when I joined. Is I want to make sure that this is going to work for me, so I'm going to put myself into it. And you really need to get some belief. So the easiest way you can get that belief is to go into that website, have a look around the website once you get started, and see how it all works. I mean, for instance, our business it's very cost effective to get involved. For us, it's about £114. It's $149.95 one time. So it's not expensive to get involved, especially when you can consider that you're going to make regular, unlimited $100 payments. And in the first 3 months, I received quite a few payments on that. It also allowed me to upgrade my car here. It's a Mitsubishi 6-speed. I actually love it. It's just something that I really wanted. I saw it at somewhere I used to work at a dealership, and I thought actually I'd quite like that. And I was able to put my own registration plate back onto that. I'd had that on retention for a while, and even little things like that. It cost £80 to put the plate from on retention from the DVLA onto that. It costs £38 for some plates, and it might not sound a lot, but if all these payments that you want for extra things keep coming out of your wages, there's nothing left. So a lot of people tell me that there's actually too much month at the end of the money, and that's very true. But I wanted to get involved in a business, and I try and promote this business to other people in a way that if you're looking for something, if you want some extra things in life, maybe you want to eat out all the time, you want to change your car, you might want flying lessons, you might want to pay the mortgage off a bit earlier, you might want to pay for a childcare and that sort of thing, which is quite expensive. Childcare now is more than what people's mortgage payments are. So that's another reason why people look for a part-time venture. So, copy and paste ads will certainly do that. There's no question about that. So I just wanted to get my belief factor sorted out straight away. So looking in around the website, when you get it, it's got everything for you. We don't even have to pay for an autoresponder. I was paying £19 a month for Aweber. I don't have to do that anymore. It comes in with a built-in autoresponder, so we collect the email addresses from people that are responding to our adverts. The company also, on our behalf, which is really nice, they don't charge us for this, they send over 20 emails over a period of about 60 to 65 days to our prospects that have responded to our adverts, because not everybody's going to look at the business first time and say, yes, I'll join today. And, we accept that. That's fine. You want to be careful in what you get involved in. You want to check the business out, check the person out, make sure they're working it. Because I've never wanted to join something where the person I've joined, and it's happened to me a few times, within a month they've gone, and I've gone back to help them, and I say, is there any help? Oh, we're not involved in it anymore. So you can be assured that I'm in copy and paste ads for the long haul, the same as the owner, John Valley. So if you need any help, you can get it. What I also do to help people is I have a 24 video series of social media videos to teach you how to market on Facebook, Instagram and YouTube. If you join us in copy and paste ads, you're also going to get them from me free. I obviously bought them from a different program some time ago, and I found them really valuable. But for members that join me and people in my team, you're going to get that for free. So if you've never done a home-based business before, don't worry, it's really simple. But I'm looking, as I say, my goal next is to replace what I'm spending my wages on. So for instance, I spend £120 a month in fuel just to get to work, to earn a living. And that has to come out of my wages. So now that's starting to come out of my part-time copy and paste money. Other things that we wanted to buy for ourselves, or takeaways, that sort of things come out of that. The car has obviously come out of that. I've even paid vets bills with it. We have a payment system with a company called Oru Marketplace, which stands for One Race United. They supply us with a Visa debit card. So I've used that Visa debit card with my profit on to buy shopping, buy fuel, buy takeaways, and even pay vets bills. It's been really useful for that. So the more things, in my view, that I can actually pay for out of my part-time business, the less is coming out of my wages. So the next thing that's going to come out of our part-time business is to pay for our home. We want this paid for every single month, and then I can pack up my lovely job that I thoroughly enjoy. I do enjoy my job; it is nice, but I just want to work from home again. So I'm either going to work from in there, or I might talk my partner into let me use this little shepherd's hut. We have this fabulous little shepherd's hut here, and it's got electricity and underfloor heating, and I can put my little laptop in there and perhaps work from in there, look out, and I'm looking out onto that, you know. So it all depends what your goals are in life. My goal was always to live where I want to live and do what I want to do, so we're getting back on track with that now. But as I say, when you get involved in a part-time business, get involved and stick at it, and show other people you're going to stick at it, because it's surprising how many people will get in touch with you a month, 2 months from now and say, oh, by the way, are you still doing copy and paste ads? Well, yes, I am. You know, I had this a few nights ago with one of my friends up in Scotland, Jean, and she said, how's it going? Are you still doing it? I said, absolutely. And I said that with full conviction, because I get payments on a regular basis. I'm always receiving $100 payments, and which is fabulous. And I said, well, only that I've been able to replace my car, and every day I drive my car into work, which is a 40-minute drive. It reminds me how good this copy and paste business is, because if it wasn't for this extra part-time business, I probably couldn't have upgraded my car, because there wasn't any extra left over to buy that, you know. So I'm very grateful for that. So I can see copy and paste ads doing getting me a six-figure income again, because if you do the numbers, if I get 4 members a day, well, that's going to be $12,000. That's £10,000 a month. Well, there goes my six-figure income again. I've had it in the past, and I'll have it again. It doesn't take many people, but what you really need to show people is that it's a real business. It doesn't cost a lot of money to start, but it's a real business that they can start part-time. They can make some progress in the first 1, 2, or 3 months, and then if they wish, it can replace their full-time income, and they can get that 45 hours back. And in addition to that, I've had a really nice friend, David, in Spain. We used to live in Spain, right in front of the sea, and we came back in 2016. And people look at your adverts and they see what you're doing. And David's constantly seeing that I'm still involved in copy and paste ads. He sees my adverts on Facebook. And about maybe 2 weeks ago, I think it was now, he said, you know, I might take a look at this copy and paste ads. I said, well, have a look, David, but don't rush into it. You know, you don't need to click the button. If you've got any questions, come back and ask me. I said the same to Jean. You don't need to push people in this business. I think if you offer people an opportunity and they join because they're looking for one. They're not looking just because you sent them a link. So David said, well, I'm retired, I'm having a nice time out in Spain, as you know, but there's other things that I'd like that cost a little bit of money. He's involved in the Protection Civil, and he'd like to donate a car to them. So I think that's on David's list. And I can see that David has really picked this up now, and he's seen how simple this is, because I see so many of his adverts in different groups that I've shown him to go into every single day. And the beauty about what we do is don't be despondent if you're new and you've placed an advert today and come the evening, nobody's bought anything. That's not really how it works. People will look at it, they'll judge it, they'll go back into it and have a look again. And, you know, that's why the company do follow-up emails for us. They do 22 follow-up emails over 65 days, because it could be the 5th or 6th email that somebody joins your business. But there might be an evening where you only do, say, half an hour or 1 hour a night. But that night, because of all the adverts you've done over the previous days and the previous weeks, you've probably got something like 80 adverts out there working for you online. So all of a sudden you'll see a ping and you'll see that you've made $100 or $200 or whatever that day while you're at work. I've had some while I've been asleep. And you think, well, where did that come from? And it really came from the activity you did a couple of weeks ago. But I say, you know, I thank you for your time looking at this. This is, say for new people looking at copy and paste ads. Does it really work? Is this person real? Is it working for you? Yes, it is. I can guarantee it's working for me, and it will continue to do so. And for those of you who just recently joined me, like David in Spain, Jean up in Scotland, and Paul, who lives quite near me. Paul's also retired. He's in his early to mid 70s. Doesn't look it, but wants a little bit more than his pension's going to pay him. You know, so just stick with it and just do what I've done. And other people are doing. Be consistent, and it will certainly work for you. I've had 2 incidents today, and you'll get a lot of this, and you've just got to sort of let it go, really. A lot of people friend me on Facebook. They see a lot of my adverts, and I like that, because you can meet some very interesting people, and I get some great ideas from other people, and they ask me for ideas about advertising and various things, and I'm happy to share that. But I also get a lot of people that as soon as they come on and say hi and everything else, the first thing they're going to do is they're going to pitch you about their program, and it's usually something like Forex or something like that, and I'm not personally interested in anything like that. I'm interested in what I'm doing. I'm doing okay. So if you're quite new to getting in touch with me and you've pitched me, please don't. I'm happy with what I do. I've got an income straight away with copy and paste ads. That gives me some serious now money. And with Oru Marketplace, with that program, we actually get a monthly residual from that as well. There's a program built in that will give us a long-term income where we could make several thousand per month quite easily for the long term. So we're actually covered. But I just find it quite strange where people, they do pitch you straight away on Facebook and say, well, you've got to look at this, you've got to look at this. And they found nothing out about you at all. They're not even befriended you. And then at the end of it, they'll say, oh, by the way, where are you? I said, well, actually, I'm in the UK, but if you'd have bothered to look at my profile, you would know that. Spend a little bit of time. If you are going to approach somebody about this business, that's not a family, a local family or friend, but you'd like them in your business, spend a little bit of time to look at their profile and see if they're a fit for your business, if they'd be good for your business, and see if they may need the business. They might be talking about something else that they're saving for. It could be a wedding, it could be a holiday, and you think, well, I might have something that might suit you, And I do some offline business as well as online. I just made up my own. I created my own little flyer. It's a little A6 flyer, and on one side it's got that, and on the other side it's got some proof of income. It shows some payments I've had, and it shows the car I've got there. But in the early days, when you don't have proof of income, you don't have the car that you've bought from your part-time money, what do? And the answer to that is you borrow someone else's story. You use my story, you use Sam's story that's in our group. Sam, I think, made about 9,000 in the first month or 6 weeks when he joined. So that's one of the things that got me involved. I thought, wow, if I could do a third of that, I'd be more than happy, or even a little bit, a quarter of that would be fantastic. So, but you will get your story, and when you get your first $100 payment, you think, great, now it works, and you realize that's just the first of many. Because if it can work for lots of other people, it can work for you too. So if you get sidetracked with people trying to get you into something that they're doing, what I call shiny objects, it may well work for them. But for me, I just wanted to keep something simple. Copy and paste ads is really simple. It's very cost effective to get in. It's $150 one time only. And you're going to get a lot of help and support, not only from myself, but from my colleagues and from the website and from the company. So I thank you very much for your time today. And I hope to hear from you soon, and if I can help you in any way, please get in touch. It would be a non-pushy approach, and it would certainly be a lot of help and support. All right, thank you very much. Speak to you again soon. Bye-bye.